Hello, my creatively faithful friends. This is Teresa, and I am coming to you today to share with you my October TBR. I'm not going to be playing a game today because I am doing the Journey Through the Bible Readathon. So I have my TBR picked out from the Readathon, and then I'll share some other things, some other books that I kind of hope to get to this month. This shelf, I cleaned off I kind of showed it last month, but I didn't really talk about it. I cleaned off my crafting shelf. This has lots of different crafting supplies and all, but I cleaned it out and condensed some things, so I had 2 empty shelves for my library books. As I've said before, mostly I don't keep a whole lot of books at home. I will explain to you. I've had to buy a couple books. I'll explain why. But I don't have an extensive bookshelf with lots of books on it. So this is it. So this is mostly library books, a few books that I have purchased. I'll get to those in a minute. So this is for the October Journey Through the Bible Readathon that is hosted by Paperbacks and Ponytails, Katie, my good friend. Love you, Katie. Thank you for hosting this wonderful, wonderful readathon. Also, her co-host is Maddie from This Bookish Cottage, I think is the name of the channel. Anyhow, I will have in the description box down below a link to Katie's channel, Maddie's channel, and I will also have, so you kind of don't have to go searching for them over on other channels, I will have a link to the graphic that Katie has for you to choose the prompts from, and a link to the form that she asks you to submit all the books you're reading, and there's a booby trap and there's a way to escape, and only she knows how you're gonna, if you escaped or not. But in order to find out if you escaped, you have to submit that form. So I'll have all those links in the description box down below. And so let's get into it, and I am gonna go backwards through the prompts. These are the prompts. I know they're probably backward for you, but I will take these down and I will put the prompts up on this side, and so you can see them while I am talking about them. And I'm going to go backwards. Let me explain to you why I'm going to go backwards. Because the booby trap, the escape route that I chose, you have to use a random number generator. That's the escape route that I chose. Then the booby trap I chose is you have to do a blind pick. And I am picking my books from my Kindle Unlimited books that I have. Right now I am borrowing my daughter's Kindle, and I have a whole bunch of books that I have on a spreadsheet, and I kind of chose some books when I went through the prompts. I chose books, and then I got down to that, and I thought, oh, what if those books are chosen? So anyhow, I am going to do it backwards because of that. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 books in the my biblical fiction set. I am going to try my best to read only biblical fiction through this readathon. And then I'll get into you, after I go through all of the readathon prompts, I'll get into you how some of these come in. Okay, so for the how do you escape, I have chosen the Spearhead random number generator, and I have a random number generator right here, and it is 1 through 10, and I have 10 on here. I have 10. That was the default that pulls up. So I am going to click spin. And it is book number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, I had chosen that book for a different prompt. So the book I am going to be reading, I will put right here. It is The Red Tent by Anita DeMont. And that is my random number generator. That is how the book on how I am escaping. Now let's go from my booby trap that I am choosing is Spears from the Wall, a blind pick. So I have written out the names of several books in a spinner wheel, and I am going to spin for those books. But hold on one second and let me write down what book I am escaping with. The Red Tent. Okay. And so my booby trap book, Spears from the Wall. That's what I have. Spears from the Wall is right here. And we will spin. And my booby trap book is Love Amid Ashes. Love Amid Ashes. I forgot to write down. Oh, that was my phone. Who am I going to meet? And I put I'm going to meet a treasure hunter, and for an action-filled book. A treasure hunter for an action-filled book. And I am going to choose The Jewel of Judea. And that is by somebody Birdman. The Jewel of Judea. And we will hope that that is an action-filled book. I don't know how a biblical retelling book is not going to be an action-filled book. And so, anyhow. And then, what are you hunting for? I put down that I was hunting for the Ark of the Covenant. This is right here. The Ark of the Covenant. And for that, you have to read a book of the Bible. And I am going to read Esther. And you'll see why I'm going to read that in just a second. And then where am I going? I chose that I am going to Egypt. And a book set in biblical times. And I am going to read the book Esther, A Royal Beauty by Angela Hunt. And so that is the reason I chose to read the book of the Bible, Esther. Because after I read the book, you know, the fictional book, then I can read the book of the Bible. So this is the buddy reading book for the month, Brave by Misu Andrews. And I purchased this book, so I will also be reading this book. So for my October TBR, I have Brave, and then I have, let's kind of recap what I have. I have the book Esther, A Royal Beauty by Angela Hunt. I have the book of Esther in the Bible. Then I have The Jewel of Judea by somebody Birdman. and then Love Amid Ashes, not sure who that is by, and then The Red Tent by Anita DeMont. So those are my books that I plan to read for Journey Through the Bible Readathon. So let's get into the other book that I just purchased, and I'll explain why I purchased this book. And I'm not sure if I really, really want to read this month, but I'm not sure if I'm going to read it or not, and you'll find out why in my wrap up, but I probably won't be able to do my wrap up until late next week, my September wrap up. As you know, I was sick through the whole month of September, almost. I was able to read a few books. I was not able to do an August wrap up because of that, so I might combine and do an August and a September wrap up. So I purchased the book For a Lifetime. The reason I purchased this book was because in August I read, or no, did I read it in September I read In This Moment. And so then I went right away as soon as I finished it and put this on interlibrary loan. My library does not have this series for me to check out. And so when I went to the library to pick up some books, they told me that because this book is less than 6 months old, other libraries interlibrary loan do not loan books that are under a year old. And I did not know that. And I said, so how can I get that book then? And they told me the only way you're going to be able to get that book is to purchase it, because no interlibrary loan, does that. So I had to purchase the book Brave anyhow to be able to, participate in the Buddy Read, because it just released October 1st. And so I went ahead and purchased this book. And I went ahead and pre-ordered the next book, because that book is like the best book I have ever read. So what I was going to do 2 different paths of the Journey Through the Bible, and then I decided, no, I'm not going to do that, because I have all of these books that were checked out for the purpose of my August TBR game that I played, my September TBR game that I played, and then I have checked out 4 additional books since then. And I want to be able to, if during the month of October I'm able to read all the Journey Through the Bible books, and just, I'm in a reading mood and being able to read a lot, then I want to be able to have these choices and kind of mood read through these books the rest of the month. So, but I'll be focusing on the Journey Through the Bible books first, and the Readathon books first, and then so that's what I have for my October TBR. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I will have Katie's original introduction video in the description box down below as well. And if you want to check it out and join in, this sounds like a really, really fun readathon. So that's what I will be doing, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.